Hardtail your chopper, they said. It'd be fun, they said. All the cool kids are doing it. That's what you should do. Everybody hardtails their choppers. So I did. But I didn't take into consideration two things. One, I'm not as young as I used to be. And honestly, my back's been hurting a little more than usual here lately. And the second thing is my 2008 Honda Shadow Aero 750 is still my main motorcycle. Like, this is my daily rider still. And I'm rocking a blue collar bobber Springer seat with some stiffer springs on it right now. So that helps a little bit, but still, my freaking lower back here lately, golly. You know, I'm out for a couple hours, you know, on the weekends with this thing, and then on it every single day going back and forth to work. It kind of starts to take its toll. Now, I will say this about the hard struts, though. Since we're kind of choppered in the front, bobbed in the rear, the hard struts really set this thing off, okay? These things are, really complete the look. I mean, in my opinion, this ended up being a really good looking machine. Not quite as grab your special tube sock kind of you know, good looking, but it's a fine looking machine. And I'm not gonna kid myself here, you know. This bike has been favoring form over function for a while, okay? Like, I knew what I was getting into when I was doing this. It was mainly, oh, goodness gracious. Like, everything else on this bike, like, it was in my head, and I had to experience it. It's like the chopper kit up front. It's like 8-inch over forks, an extra 14 degrees of rake. I just thought about it so much, like, I had to do it. Same thing with bobbing it out. I had to do it. Get it out of my system. But I was laying in bed earlier this week, and I was thinking, did my back always hurt this much? I mean, I'm not like 20 years old anymore. I mean, I'm not a million either. Just not like I'm, you know, about to keel over at any moment. I mean, I'm gonna be 40 this year. But if it's bugging me now when I'm 40, what's it gonna be like when I'm 60? I was also riding to work this morning too, thinking, didn't I used to enjoy this more? I mean, I love this bike. If anybody tried to take this bike away, oh, jeez, take this bike away from me, that's not going to happen, but that's what I'm talking about. It's a little jarring. You know, and I've always been a big proponent of, if I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it. If I'm not having fun on the bike, I'm not going to go ride. So you know what? You can call me a wuss if you want, but I bought some shocks. They're at the house. They're probably going to go back on this thing. And I thought about putting the Aero, the Aero shocks back on here. But if I'm being honest, I don't like the chrome Aero shocks. The factory shocks, while working great, I think on this bike they're not going to work. I thought about some Honda Shadow Phantom shocks, because I know those will bolt right up. Same frame. Both bikes are shaft drive. But I couldn't find a used set in decent enough condition. And if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I may as well spend some money on some nice progressives. Which I did not do. I bought something cheap because I'm still, I don't know, we might stick with the hard struts. I am so indecisive when it comes to this bike. But before we swap those out, there's still one or two things I want to try. Like, I know a lot of folks on hardtail bikes, what they'll do is they'll run a lower tire pressure in the rear, kind of soften things up a little bit. And typically I run 36 front, 36 rear, which I know is more than factory anyway, but it keeps my tires nice and round. Actually, I got that from an old Honda mechanic. He's like, motorcycle tires are round, they should be round. I was like, okie dokie. He said, try 36 and 36, see if you like it. Okie dokie. Turns out he was right. Bike rolls great. I don't feel unstable at all. And that's kind of what I've been doing. Because the wheels are spoked, the tires are tubed, so it's probably fine. I don't know, it just feels weird running a low pressure in the rear. Like, I wouldn't want to go below 30, but it seems like I'd have to, just for something softer. But also what I could do is this blue collar bobber seat. I'm still running like the stiffest springs they got, which are rated for like 240 plus boys, and I've been losing a little weight. I'm down like 15 pounds already. I'm down to 235. I'm pretty happy with myself in that regard. And I do have a set of their medium rate springs, so maybe it's time to swap out to those and just see how it goes. Maybe do that first and then figure out the tire pressure thing. Because if I'm being honest, I really like to look with the hard struts. And it's like, oh, I ride a hardtail chopper. Look how custom I am. I'm so cool. At least that's what I tell myself, even though the reality is, nobody really cares. But it makes me happy, and that's what's important. So, those are my current thoughts about the hard struts. Not 100% sold, but not 100% ready to give up. And if you're curious about my thoughts before I started riding this thing every day, you can check that video out right here. And as always, y'all be good. See ya.